there is a time in life you hope that in a serious country like ours, there are things you do not need to spend time on. I mean, there are retired presidents across the continent. In Nigeria, there are, I think, 3 or 4. President Kikwete is here in Tanzania. In Botswana, there are quite a number. In Mozambique, there are quite a number. You know, the kind of pettiness that we have seen this weekend and primitivity in addressing the retired president is shocking. We chose democracy. We know that our current president and his team did not support this constitution, but they swore to protect it. And it provides an opportunity for all of us to respect freedom of expression and freedom of association. Our party leader is going nowhere, and our party leader will continue to express himself. It is his constitutional right. In fact, you can go ahead and do what you please, because the kind of behavior we have seen from elected leaders is shocking. We must uphold the decency of difference, that we can have differences, but we can be decent about it. Even the language that is being used by some of these leaders in reference to President Kenyatta is shocking. Even we ourselves as members of Jubilee, and we have said this before, and maybe because we are a party that has governed, we will not even allow and encourage our members to use that kind of language against President William Ruto, because it's indecent, it's unbecoming. We want to build a decent society, and a society that upholds truly the principles of democracy and decency. You know, the retired president makes one phone call, and the government screams the whole weekend. What kind of people are these? And you know, we are reading now, the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, a public sector government agency, has told us clearly with data and statistics that 2/3 of the stories they have been telling us are just blatant lies. On a weekend when senior members of your party are announcing that they will not defend their seats on your party's ticket, when it is clearly displayed to the world that you are a sinking ship, would you be spending your time insulting your predecessors? It's amazing. We want to ask these brothers and sisters of ours in government, there's work to be done, a lot of work to be done. Let's focus on that work and build our country. President Kenyatta is retired, he is a member of Jubilee, he is going to be a member of Jubilee, and is playing his role as a member and the leader of Jubilee. Leave him alone. Let him carry on with his businesses. You have a country to run, you have a government to run. I mean, tell us about all these goons walking around with police officers. There are places in this country, even last night people are calling me, suffering from cat rustling. You know, people have lost animals and livestock and so on. In that particular environment, you are spending all your time insulting the retired president. And those elected leaders, I want to ask them, sisi tunawaheshimu, you know, we are not going to walk down that hole of behaving like Precambrian people, you know, insulting others for no apparent reason. Tutawaheshimu, hatuwezi kuwatusi, lakini tafadhali, you know, let's build a modern country. Kenya is a serious country. When you see the kind of arguments we're having, it's a joke. What is going to happen when we have 2 or 3 or 4 retired presidents? How many are there in Nigeria? Retired presidents who are going about their businesses. In the US, in the UK, there are 6 prime ministers who have left office, who go to BBC, they go wherever, there are programs. President Clinton has been retired for I don't know how many years. He attends the Democratic Party convention every year. President Obama, the same thing. They campaign for their candidates. And the world has not come to an end. Then in Kenya, some people whose worldview is essentially a village view. You know, they are now busy insulting President Kenyatta for just making a phone call. 2 last points. My fellow Kenyans, when you see this language and you see these people talking like this, you must be asking yourself the question that I'm asking myself. Do you want another 5 years of this arrogance and self-destructive hubris? No. Another 5 years of that?
No. No way.
Is that how we are going to live? I mean, where a retired president makes a statement and is insulted the whole weekend? What are we telling our children? What are we telling our young people? That is the kind of country we want to have? Sasa sisi kama Jubilee, kiongozi wa chama chetu ako kwa ofisi halali, ndio kiongozi wa chama chetu, tutakuwa na yeye. atakuwa mwanachama wa Jubilee, atakuwa kiongozi wetu, na sisi wanachama tunataka aendelee kuwa kiongozi wetu mpaka wakati ule yeye mwenyewe atasema anataka kufanya mambo mengine. Tafadhali fanyeni kazi yenu, jipange na mambo mingi yenu huko. I thought you would be panicking about even some of the members of your party who joined us in Narok. And they were telling us they are leaving that sinking ship. And we said we welcome them. And I want to use this opportunity again to say we welcome them because they are fellow Kenyans. Tunawakaribisha. Tuende mbele because you know who can tell you more about an institution than those who are inside who are fleeing it. So tufanye kazi ile iko the way President Kibaki used to say, let's focus on the work we have of building our country and let us ensure that everything is going well. Finally, I want to use this opportunity to say this. If you actually needed a reason to know how this administration is totally out of touch with reality, look at Finance Bill 2026 they are published. Mitumba traders will be taxed. We have introduced you. I don't know where they live. They live in some alternative universe. But my parting words are these, fellow Kenyans: don't lose hope. Don't give up hope. 14 months down the road, we will turn the corner. We are going to change things. Our country is great. It has no problem. We are better than this, and we are ready to recover our country from the hands of these fellow Kenyans who have different interests from those that all of us have. But we will engage with them in respect and respect the officers they have because we respect our constitution. And we ask them to do the same. As I said here, some of the language they use, even we who are in the opposition cannot use it against President Ruto. Because that is not how our country grows. Na tunawaeleza tafadhali. Let us espouse the decency of difference. You can be on different sides of the argument, but be decent about it. And for those others, like those elected leaders who are speaking as they are speaking, please grow up. Please grow up. Kenya is a serious country. We are 63 years into independence. Grow up. Conduct yourself as leaders. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, we'll take questions, and I want to announce that 2 or 3 of us will be here to address the local language stations. Zach and one other member of our NEC will be here to address local language stations after this, basically, to translate this. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The president has been receiving some of his benefits, and his treatment, I mean, I must say here, it's just that President Kenyatta is a gentleman. There are some things that we have not been hoping to drum up and play up. Because as somebody who served in government at a senior level, I am shocked. You know, handling a retired president is the easiest thing on this earth. For any government to do, the easiest thing on this earth. Because the constitution prescribes what he should get and how he should be treated. When the cars are 4 years old, they are supposed to be replaced. When the employees he decided to go with are treated differently and so on. I mean, when the president can't even be given very basic benefits that he deserves, it's just that he's a gentleman. He doesn't want to make issues about it. And then he's focusing on going on with his life. I think it's upon the conscience of those who are in leadership to respond to that question. Next.
We just wanted to know the issue of Kalau. Are you going to field one candidate as the united opposition?
First of all, on Olkalau, by the way, we've heard and we have told, we have people in the field who are documenting information. We hear there are people aligned to this administration who are buying ID cards, which is a very, very serious offense. And they have already started what they are very good at, bribery and pouring money and, running around households and giving people money. That's what they are famous for. And we are asking the members of the public in Olkalau, please, the money is yours that is being stolen. That's why there's no money in school. That's why we have challenges in hospitals and so on. That money has been diverted to come and bribe you. So if you take it and spend it, you're not making a crime. It's your money anyway. But we are in consultation. Our NEC as Jubilee will meet tomorrow, and we will consult. We are members of the United Opposition conscientiously. We have decided to be part of the United Opposition. We will consult with the other NECs of the United Opposition parties. I think we will come to a conclusion and a position that's agreeable to everyone. I don't want to preempt that decision and that announcement because I don't want to take my brothers and sisters in the other parties for granted. We respect each other's institutions. They are doing their own meetings. We will do our NEC tomorrow, and then we will converge and take a position together, which we will communicate to the public. That's how we would like to operate.
Will we see the president hit the road on Mount Kalau?
Now you're asking a different question by which you are putting the cart before the horse, my friend. Yes.
My name is Sidney Chazuma from Kenya. One of the issues that members of the government, especially the Minister for Interior, was accusing the president is supporting the opposition. And there has been talk of the president, former president, having a hand in this new outfit called Linda Mwananchi. Is that something you're aware of? Is that an outfit you're open to work with in the future?
First of all, there are two questions in one. First of all, Jubilee is a party in the opposition. Uhuru Kenyatta is a party leader of Jubilee. So how can you accuse him of doing what his position is supposed to be, namely leader of Jubilee? How is he committing a crime by supporting his party, which is not in government? Jubilee, we are not in government. We are not part of government. So how can you accuse us and accuse our party leader of doing what he's supposed to do as our party leader? Secondly, about the activities of the president, to the best of my knowledge, and I want to confirm here, our president is a very law-abiding citizen, doing his judicial responsibility as the leader of Jubilee, consulting with Jubilee leaders and working with Jubilee leaders. Will we as Jubilee work with leader Mwananchi? Of course, we will work with all people who want change in this country.
Yes.
We will work with all people. I mean, I don't know how many of us would like to see this administration in power 1 minute longer. We will work with everybody who's in that particular mold. And then Linda Mwananchi is very much in that particular arrangement. We will work together. Next. Emmanuel.
Just one question. The president is addressing the parliament in Tanzania. What would be your reaction to that?
I wish he was exporting good manners. I wish he was exporting good manners there of respecting the retired president and respecting democratic institutions. And at least for once, I hope he will tell them the truth, because he's not very famous of telling people the truth. I hope at least when he faces the Tanzanians, he will tell them the truth about anything he would like to tell them, because he's not very famous for telling people the truth. But we wish him well. In his trip, Tanzanians are our friends. They have a chance probably to feel what we feel anyway. All right. Thank you so much, good people. God bless you, and we'll be in touch.